What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, June 27th. Thanks for tuning in to Schmidt's MLB picks on Guy Boston Sports. I'm Ethan Schmidt, your host. We got a smaller slate here on Monday. It looks like that's going to be the case all summer long. Just 9 games in action in Major League Baseball today, but I still feel like there's a lot of money to be made. I'm excited for the slate today. Coming at you with 3 of my favorite gameplays, our YRFI of the day and a player prop for the people. You guys know that we are closing in on 11,000 subscribers, and we can't thank y'all enough for the continued support. So please, it is massive if you hit the subscribe button and smash the like button if you've been enjoying Schmidt's MLB picks here on Guy Boston Sports. Special shout out to our ballers here on the channel. You guys know who you are, and we love you guys, and we really appreciate it dishing out that extra support for us for the grind day in and day out here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, you can become a baller for just $2.99 a month. You get a badge next to your name. You get a bunch of exclusive emojis to use right here on YouTube. We also do ballers only giveaways. We just had our 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and our ballers got 2 entries in that, but I know we're going to have a ballers only giveaway coming up soon, and the more ballers we get, the more special things we can do for you guys. Also, check out our Guy Boston merch, rocking another Fade Me tee today in the good old trusty lucky Wazdiv hat. You guys can find that stuff at guybostonsports.com/store, and the link will be in the description. As always, we are hitting the reset button here after a rough end to last week. I'm still learning, improving, growing each day, and it's really just becoming all about trusting myself and not being influenced by anyone else. And I think if I just go with my gut and my initial leans, that we are right on top of things. You need a lot to go your way in baseball, but I think we are on the right track. And let's just get it started here on Monday. Why not have ourselves a baller start to the week? You guys can submit your hashtag ride of the day each and every day in the comments for a chance to be shouted out on the show. You guys know I like to rock with a game prop, but if you throw me a player prop I like as well, I'm always down to ride with it too. But just please remember, use hashtag ride of the day if you want to be considered here on the show. Like I said, I'm excited about the smaller slate. I think we have a great opportunity to make some bread today. And my first gameplay of the day, I'm looking at this Boston Red Sox Toronto Blue Jays start to this series. The Red Sox going with a brand new starter this season in Connor Seabold. He's actually pitched 1 major league game before, but this will be his first start to this season. And Seabold actually 5-1 with a 2.26 ERA and 51 strikeouts and 51 innings pitched in the minor leagues in AAA. So he's coming up for the start. But on the other side, Toronto rocking with Kevin Gausman, the righty, 3.19 ERA, a 1.28 WHIP, 5-6 on the season, and Gausman has really slipped off a little bit here as of late. Had a really strong start to the season, but now definitely on a bit of a slide. And I was thinking, hey, why not take Boston here with such great value here on the plus underdog money line? But then I read up a little bit more, and this Boston bullpen is a little defeated, and Toronto does play better. They're usually good at bouncing back, so I don't really necessarily know who's going to win this game, but why not just take the over then? It's at 9.5 now, and this actually moved up a half a run from 9 when the line first dropped. So I'm really liking the over in this one. These two teams have fire offenses and can really get going at any time. The over is 7-1 in the Red Sox last 8 versus a team with a winning record. And then on the Toronto side, over is 4-0 in the Blue Jays last 4 following a loss. Over 5 Over is 5-0 in the Blue Jays last 5 during game 1 of this series. And then the over is 7-0 in the Blue Jays last 7 games with a total set between 9 and 10.5. So I just really like our odds here on the getting the over, especially with the pitcher in his first start, and Gausman, who has been sliding as of late. Give me the over 9.5 runs in Toronto, Boston. Moving on, our second gameplay of the day, we have the Texas Rangers at the Kansas City Royals. Martin Perez and Bubic on the mound today as your starters. As I pull up the stats for the pitchers, apologize. Okay, Martin Perez has been a stud for the Rangers this season. 5-2, a 1.96 ERA, a 1.13 WHIP, and then Kansas City, obviously Bubic has picked up his play. I actually like Chris Bubic. I like what he's been able to do, especially lately. His stats don't really show it because he's really shown improvement here, but the start of the season for him was pretty awful. But in his last couple of starts, he's done pretty well. Actually, he has pitched a win in 4 of the last 5 starts for the Royals, and I do like Bubic's over 4.5 strikeout total today. But in this one, Bubic is underrated, like I'm saying, and then Martin Perez has just been the ace for the Rangers this year. I'm taking the under at 8.5 runs in this one. I think we're getting a good play on this game for sure with that total at 8.5. I really like it. It feels like they're giving us an extra run, and looking at the trends here, the under is 4-0 in the Rangers last 4 during game 1 of a season, under 4-0-1 in the Rangers last 5 games against a left-handed starter. And then for the Royals, the under is 3-0-1 in the Royals last 4 home games, 5-1 in the Royals last 6 games with a total set at between 7 and 8.5, and then also the under is 18-6-3 in the last 27 meetings in Kansas City between the Rangers and the Royals, and it's just over a ton of meetings here. The under has been hitting 38, 12, and 7 in the last 57. So I'm taking the under at 8.5 runs. Our final play of the day, our final gameplay, I'm looking at the Baltimore Orioles at the Seattle Mariners. We got Tyler Wells and George Kirby on the mound for these two teams, and Tyler Wells has picked up his play as of late. The right-hander 5-4, a 3.34 ERA, and a 1.1 WHIP, and he's actually 4-0-1 in his last 5 starts for the Orioles, and this team just seems to be coming to back him up each time he starts. George Kirby, a right-hander, 2-2, a 3.12 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP. And I think we got to go with the underdogs here, the Baltimore Orioles. This team is red hot. They ran into a wall in Dylan Cease. And Dylan, hey, thank you, buddy. You put up 43 for me in fantasy. But I think that the Orioles are just a hot team right now besides what happened yesterday. Obviously dominating that series against the White Sox for the most part. And they only lost by 1. Getting up some runs after Cease left the game for the White Sox. So I really just like taking the Orioles and backing Tyler Wells, who is the hotter pitcher, and you can't trust this Mariners team at all. And, call me crazy. This might be one where I turn out a genius or I turn out an idiot, but you guys know that's baseball, and that's how it's going to be all summer long. And, this over-under is at 7.5. But I could see Baltimore actually coming through and ripping off a good amount of runs. And Baltimore hasn't done well in Seattle, but we thought that the Orioles wouldn't compete against the White Sox, and I think that this Orioles team has kind of found a groove, and they're 5-1 in their last 6 road games versus a team with a losing record, and they're also 13-3 in their last 16 games following a loss. I'm taking the Baltimore Orioles on the money line here today. It's time for our YRFI play of the day. You guys know we have switched it up here on Schmidt's MLB picks. We are now selecting YRFIs, a pick where we think our first inning run will be scored. And today I'm riding with a YRFI in the Chicago White Sox and the Los Angeles Angels. on the mound. Lucas Giolito for the White Sox, and then Noah Syndergaard for the Angels. And these two guys, I cannot trust them at all, especially giving up first inning runs. And you look at these two teams, first inning runs a game. The Angels actually are 10th in the league, and they're putting up a first inning run 63% of the time at home. And then the Chicago White Sox are a little bit lower on the list, but they are putting up a first inning run 53% of the time on the road. And these two pitchers have been giving up first inning runs a lot this season, so I really like our YRFI chances. And today a lot of the YRFIs are actually a little bit juiced. Most of them are at -125. You can find some at -110. There's only one or two games, I believe, that are actually in plus odds for the YRFI today. So Monday could be a day for the YRFIs, but I really like it in the White Sox Angels game. Our player prop of the day, I'm still on the fence a little bit about this one. It may change actually, but just keep an eye out on the pinned comment. There's a lot of great batter props that I like today, but right now for the video, I am leaning toward Carlos Correa, the Twins shortstop, going up against Tristan McKenzie. In his career, 5 at bats, 2 hits, and both of them are home runs. So I really like him in this matchup again. And why I haven't officially locked it in is because Correa isn't doing as well against right-handed starters, but he's been on a tear as of late. A 6-game hitting streak. He's batting over 300 on this season, and in the last month for him, he is batting 349, a 576 slugging, and nearly a 1 OPS. And in his last week, he has a 360 batting average and right on top of that 1 OPS. So I really like what Carlos Correa has been doing, and going up against Tristan McKenzie here today, I think that's definitely a play. I mean, you can't go wrong with all of the top batters for Boston today or Toronto, and there's a lot of great options out there. Freddie Freeman's actually at over 2.5 bases now at plus money, so his odds have really jumped up. And then the Yankees against the Athletics, there's a lot of opportunity for offense today, and so we may switch it up on the batter prop play, but I really like Carlos Correa. And guys, that will be it for today's edition here on Monday for Schmidt's MLB picks. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, share this video with your friends or anyone who enjoys baseball or just loves sports betting in general. We are trying to bring y'all the best picks and plays possible here on Guy Boston Sports. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at the Ethan Schmidt. It's where I post the final plays each and every day for Schmidt's MLB picks, and you can also keep up with my latest work in sports and media. Also, join our Discord. We're having a lot of great community conversations on there. A lot of winners coming through in the group. We like to collab and make the best picks possible each and every day. But guys, I really appreciate it. Closing in on 2 months here on the channel, and it has been so much fun. I got new contacts coming in tomorrow, so I'll stop looking like a nerd for you guys here on the channel. But again, I'm Ethan Schmidt. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's cash a winning, positive, wositive day here on the channel. See you tomorrow. Peace out.